Tamikaze here with episode 5 of our educational series talking about tweezer patterns that signify reversals in an up or down trend. I have a couple infographics we're going to go through, and then we're going to try to identify some on a chart. So technically, all that really needs to happen for a tweezers to be identified is it has to be at the top of an upswing or the top of a downswing. And really what you're looking for is, if it's in an upswing, you're looking for a green candle followed by a red candle where both the tops of the bodies are the same. So across these can be basically all the same. The big difference is you need a green followed by a red, and then the tops of the bodies have to be the same. So it doesn't matter about the wicks, doesn't matter about the bottoms. All that matters is you have a green and then a red, and the tops are the same. And then it's just the opposite for the bottom. So if you have a downtrend reversal, you're looking for the bodies to be identical on the bottom, and then a green be right after a red. So what makes a good tweezers, though? Because some of these are better than others. So there's different types of tweezers. So there's the dark cloud cover, there's bearish engulfing, bearish harami, and then there's the ideal tweezer that I always look for is the huge full-bodied reversals, because what you're looking for then is movement up, and then basically we're coming right back down. So you're getting a peak. Where with these, the bearish harami is you're getting up, and then you're getting down, but it could come back up. So this one isn't as strong. The bearish engulfing is very strong. I talked about engulfing in the previous video. Engulfing basically means we have an up here and then down, and it finishes at the bottom. So we have a full reversal here. And then the dark cloud cover basically means that your previous candle was engulfing the current candle, but we still could have a reversal as we had a peak here and reversal. So let's talk about a couple more here. This is just the difference between an upswing reversal with the 4 that we just talked about and the downswing. So as you can see here, we have our dark clouds, our engulfings, our haramis, and then our ideals that we're looking for. And these are the ones that I have been talking about are the ideals. These are my favorite ones, followed by the engulfing. So engulfing and ideals are my favorite, but we'll get into that. And we talked about the hammers yesterday. So, this could be technically a hammer reversal. So all 3 of these we've talked about. We haven't talked about piercing or dark cloud or harami yet, also called hammer. So let's take a look at the futures. This is our current futures here. I have the computer finding ones on so they can identify them for us, so I can show you what some good ones and bad ones look like. So here you can see basically we have an uptrend followed by this is a hammer reversal. So theoretically you have a engulfing here, but it's beforehand. So you have a full green bodied followed by a red hammer. And so then you can see after this, we had a couple dojis signifying indecision. And then eventually we have this downtrend. And again, here we have a tweezer top with a dark cloud cover. And then it is going down after. And then this is what I would consider more ideal. But we didn't have necessarily a downtrend there. And then this is a tweezer bottom, so this signifies this isn't quite perfect. I wouldn't necessarily call that a tweezer bottom, but this one I would have called a tweezer bottom. So you have identicals, and then you have followed up with a green. You could have taken a position here and caught a very nice upswing. So I want to show you some other ones here. So I identified a couple that the computer did not, that I would consider very strong tweezer bottoms. So right here that you'll see that they're not quite the same, but they're close enough in my book where I would have considered this a very strong tweezer bottom, and the price action would have consumed this. So this is a bullish engulfing tweezer bottom where the full body overwhelms the previous, and then we have massive price action to the upside. So you can see I like these bigger ones because that means we're getting stronger price action with a very strong reversal. So I got a couple others here that the computer did not identify that I think are very strong. These are my bearish engulfing, And you can see the bearish engulfing is a tweezer top followed by a bearish engulfing, and then here we have a tweezer top as well, but this is more of a dark cloud top, but still all of these are very strong. This is a dark cloud top, so the previous, basically your dark cloud is right here, so this is covering up this one, but we still have a tweezers top, and all of these tweezer tops are signifying reversals. So these computer ones, they're very tiny candles, and they're not as strong. So the bigger the candles, the larger the strength of. So tweezer top here, tweezer top here, tweezer top here, tweezer top here, all big sell-offs after all of these, and even one right here. You have sell-offs. So. And then here's another big one that had a sell-off, but this one was short-lived because then we had a tweezer bottom. So tweezer top followed by tweezer bottom. So reversal, reversal. So you can see already how strong these are. When used right, they can have very good effects. So we have a couple of wannabe tweezers here. You can kind of see they're not ideal, as in they're not exactly, but we do have some tweezers here, 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 and then these are kind of sort of tweezers, but not really, because they're not identical, but the patterns still are very similar. So you have reversal, 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 and then you have a reversal here, and reversal there, and then you have confirmation as this goes down, and then more confirmation followed by tweezer, tweezer. This is, I would consider, a bearish engulfing tweezer, bearish engulfing tweezer, bearish engulfing tweezer. So this is a dark cloud tweezer, and then this would be a dark cloud and a dark cloud, and this would be a bullish engulfing right here. So you can kind of see again how, and then there's another bearish engulfing tweezer followed by a sell-off. So when combined with other forms of candlestick patterns, trend lines, and things like that, just one more tool that you can have in your arsenal to use to read where the charts are going and help yourself predict what kind of moves they're going to make, so you could decide what kind of position you're going to take. Thank you and have a great night. This was episode 5, Tweezer Patterns.